One incredible secret that the rich get that the poor don't. Welcome to my channel. My name is Shakaama. People are often told that the rich pay no taxes. It's completely untrue. But I'm going to tell you something that is true, that is equally unfair, and something you might never hear or you might never be able to do it yourself. There's a saying that the rich get richer. Well, that's not quite the case, but the rest of the saying, and the poor are getting poorer, is. As some of you may know, I am literally without any money anymore. It's a situation for me, one that I've never encountered in my life, and I have no point of reference. How do you deal with not having any money? But what I'm about to tell you just might make you mad. So I have no money, and in the short term, it doesn't seem like I'm going to get any money, right? Everyone has that picture in their head, right? I want you to recall when Mr. Donald Trump declared bankruptcy in New Jersey. The newspaper all reported it as if he were done for. No more Mr. Rich Guy. They were literally saying goodbye to the guy. The truth is, his own personal wealth was never touched. It was the business. But who pays attention to that? But for a second, let's pay attention to that. Although he had just declared bankruptcy and literally fleeced his creditors, banks lined up to loan him millions, if not billions, of dollars. Why? Because he was Mr. Trump. In fact, I asked my parents why they loaned him money, and they said exactly that. He's Trump and is successful. Now, because of the way I handled my money when I had money, every creditor is bending over backward to offer me something that I know for a fact they don't offer the poor. In fact, if you paid attention to 2008 credit hearing before Congress, the credit card companies praised the poor. They never paid on time, they paid the maximum interest rates of the company, and almost never paid off their debts. Let's stick with credit cards for a second. Look at this. I was late paying my credit card one time, and I had maxed out the card. I was dumb, and I'll get into that in a second. So I was late paying the card. But then I turned around and paid a full third of the debt off in one fell swoop. Guess what happened? My credit score jumped a full 100 points. I took a small ding on the credit score from being late, but that payment exploded my score up by 100 points. And guess who else got the message? All of my creditors. So when I tell you what happened next, keep this scenario in mind. Now let's talk about me maxing out my card. I am either famine or feast. I either never pay any money for anything, anywhere, ever, or I go out and blow it all at once. I mean, $20,000, boom, right? The fact is, I spend months accumulating that $20,000 by not buying anything. And by anything, I mean anything other than my expenses. My bills, you know. So this card that had 0 on it, all of a sudden I spent all the money on it. I maxed it out. That's terrible. You all shouldn't do that. So I haven't paid any of my bills for over 2 months, right? You got that lodged in your heads? 2 months, not a penny. I had no idea this is how things are handled, but yesterday, all my creditors all came bowing to me to pay a portion of the past due. Wait, you don't get it. None of them are charging me late fees. My credit card hasn't gotten a payment from me in 3 months. I was positive that they had written off my card and slammed my credit score. I get an email from them apologizing and ask to pay $20. Say what now? Now I tell you how I got to be treated like Donald Trump and not Leroy Jenkins. I put all of my creditors on direct payment. My credit card literally never drew interest on the charges I put on it. I put the phone payment on the credit card and paid off the credit card completely days later. This went on for over a year. The same thing with power, gas, internet. My cable company sent a guy to my house who confused me completely. He asked to turn my internet back on. I was thoroughly confused. Wait till you hear this. He said I didn't have to pay anything to turn it back on, but simply promised to pay in a month. And he said that payment wasn't the full amount. He said simply pay the monthly payment. I haven't paid that company in 2 months, and late fees would be forgiven also. So all of my creditors either haven't written me off or haven't turned off any of my services and want to reinstall the services for no charges, no extra charge, no late charge, and in some cases, no payment today. Act now, pay later. My phone company told me, unlike everyone else, a few things were going on with my account. I had a business account. I auto-paid monthly for over a year. I'm in a completely different category. One of the regular customer service people said, oh, your phone will be cut off tomorrow. So literally I turned off my phone and I thought it would be shut off. And so a week later, I found my phone was still on. I never call anybody. So a week can go by and that's okay. That's fine. I called the business services and I said, he said, what? We'll have a talk with him, sir. We're sorry. Anyway, she said that I'm in a completely different category. Don't worry about it. You don't pay late fees and you won't get cut off. She said, unlike everybody else, their service is cut off the very day that they're late and they're charged late fees. I didn't get shut off until 3 months had gone by of me not paying. Here's what I think that they're not telling me. I'm positive this is going on. When people have money, they can move. They have options. Poor people, quite often, either have no options or don't know that they have options. So they treat them any kind of way. Here's the kicker. My neighbors are all congregating to find the best solution for all of the services that I have. They have different services. So they're trying to compare who has the cheapest service for what. I probably do have options as far as getting hold of a few $1,000s, but none have presented themselves yet. I try not to get sad about my situation. One of my neighbors told me the other day, and I agree with her, worrying about something does nothing but build more stress in your life. For my health, that is deadly. Any of you have suggestions of how I can get a hold of about $10,000?
There's a distance between us. It's getting hard to reach out. Haven't seen you in seasons, but all I hear is your voice. I know my limits. You can break me.